We are joined by an old friend now. You are an old friend. You're not old. You're just an old friend. Dwight Freeney is with us. Hall of Famer. Dwight Freeney with us here.
I could be old if you want.
You're not old, man.
Dog years in football.
How's the golf game, Dwight Freeney?
Man, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Oh, humbling game.
What's the matter, man?
Everything's the matter.
Dwight, I played golf with you. You're great at golf, man.
And that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Today's today.
What's happened?
That's right. That's right.
Between that day and this day, what has happened to you, Dwight?
It's just life. Life. And you got these kids, 4 and 2, running around.
I know.
You get no sleep. Then you get on the golf course. You think that's going to be your escape, and it becomes your nightmare.
Do you turn the phone off when you're on the golf course?
No. Because that phone call could save me.
But on your course, you kind of have to turn the phone off.
No.
I guess
no one has their phone off.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
People have asked me about that course, and they're like, hey, how do I get on that course? People hear celebrity. I'm like, you can get on that course, man. I got on that course. But the Jordan course is such a special place, man. Like, would you mind describing it to the audience just so they can kind of get a feel for how special it is?
I mean, it's a place where almost anything goes.
It's crazy.
It's one of those places where the golf course is in amazing shape and is in great shape and it's a great round of golf.
Yep.
But it's really about the experience. You know, what you do in between the rounds or at the end of the round or before the round. And, you know, hey, if you
handed you money after the round.
That's what's most important. After the round, what's most important. But the thing is just how you interact with the people that's around you. And the rules are just pretty much just don't be an asshole.
Right.
And if you're playing slow, let the guy behind you play through.
Yeah.
You can show up to the tee box with 5, 6, 7 guys if you want.
It's crazy.
It doesn't matter. You can wear no shirt, whatever you want, flip-flops, barefoot. It doesn't matter. Just don't be an asshole.
I mean, what does Michael wear when he plays?
He switches it up. Usually a T-shirt. We all wear T-shirts and shorts. That's what we pretty much.
He never rocks the flip-flops, though, does he?
No, he doesn't go that far.
He has Jordans on, right?
Yes, he has some type of Jordans on. Yes.
Listen, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I know your game. And I'm telling you, you're going to break through. I put a fucking flyer on you, Dwight Freeney. You're going to win this fucking thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to win it depending on what you're talking about winning.
Yeah,
winning the entire thing?
Yeah.
Well, I guess if...
You're better than Marty.
I guess if Marty, comes over the hamstring and Tony and Tony has a rotator shoulder situation and Tony, whatever, and Steph doesn't show up and there's a lot of
it's just you and Barkley.
Yeah, me and Charles, then I got a good chance.
You love coming here, though, man. It's such a special place. It really... And you enjoy it, but I think you have the perfect strategy because I know you, Dwight. And Dwight Freeney just likes to play golf. He doesn't like the bullshit, okay? No small talk. He's not into it, okay? He's a straight-up guy. You brought your kids this year.
Yes, sir.
That gets you out of all the surrounding events, and I think that's a heady play by you, my man.
Listen. The more the merrier, okay? and trust me, I didn't have that much choice out of that.
Right.
It's just one of those things where they realize where daddy's going.
Yeah.
Like, daddy. And they give you that look, especially girls. They give you that look. You're like, okay, whatever you want. And it's starting early.
Right.
So she's 4 years old.
But there's nothing like being a dad, man.
No, nothing like it.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. Do people treat you differently? Have you noticed that? Like, now that you have that in front of your name, Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney, does it?
I wouldn't say they treat me any different.
All right, cool.
It's. I've been lucky to be surrounded by some really good people.
Right.
And they've always treated me the same way, regardless of whether I made it or not.
Right.
And the people, the friends and the people that I meet, it's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You lost a good friend recently, and I'm sorry for you and your family, buddy, Jim Irsay, because you and I have talked about Jim Irsay, and he introduced you at the Hall of Fame, and you've talked to me about how much he has meant to you and your family.
Yeah.
So just tell the audience about that relationship, because you loved him, Dwight.
Yeah, I mean, Jim is one of a kind, and he's one of those guys who will tell you exactly what is on his mind. But he was also one of those owners where he wasn't all up in the mix like that.
Right.
He kind of respected everybody and respected, the people that he hired to do the job that they needed to do. But the type of leadership that he had, you kind of saw it. It kind of came from the top to the bottom.
Right.
Hiring guys like Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
And the values that he has. And, that came from the top because that's what he wanted. He wanted a family type atmosphere, something that goes beyond the game of football.
He went about his business like he didn't give a shit what anyone said about him. Yep. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You only live once, man. And he went out there and lived it to the fullest.
Yeah, you're the same way, by the way.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real. If you don't like it, hey, that's on you.
Are you excited for football season?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every year, you always feel like, okay, here we go. It's July. What's going on right now? Like, what's on TV?
Right.
I got my Mets. I get to watch my Mets. But outside of that, it's kind of dead.
Right. Taylor, you looked up there because you said my Mets. What happened? Because Taylor's a Yankee fan, just so you know.
Yeah. I mean, he should be proud.
Yeah. Congratulations on Juan Soto.
Listen, yes. It's been a long time having, some real bats there. So we got Juan, big Juan. So hopefully that makes a difference. But really, to be honest with you, it's pitching we need.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball growing up?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
You must have been a fucking killer, man. You had to be.
I played first base and center field.
Right.
And I used to chase them all down, boy. I used to chase them down. And the thing is, what happened to me was when I threw my arm out.
Right.
My dad, when you have a dad as a coach, they want you to be a pitcher. It just is what it is.
Right.
So, okay, I start pitching, and it's a different arm angle when you're throwing that. So all of a sudden, I went back to center field, and I couldn't throw the ball anymore. So we had some scouts come out, and I'm bouncing balls into third base, which isn't good.
Right.
So, I had to put that on the shelf. But I was a pretty decent player.
How many home runs, Dwight?
I had some, man. I had a few.
I mean, come on. Like Hammer and Hank, you were.
I wasn't Hank Aaron out there.
Do you think you could have played professionally baseball if you stayed with it?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No, man. Those guys are amazing. Listen, I was a good player, but those guys are on a whole nother level.
Right.
And I'm not going to shortchange myself, but for me to say I'm going to be a pro baseball player, that's like saying this guy's going to be a pro football.
You're a great athlete, though, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
He knows he is, too. Go ahead, Taylor.
How do you feel about the people who say, like, Paul Skeens could strike out Babe Ruth? I feel like we're not respecting the game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
But he could. Skeens could do that to Babe Ruth.
Maybe.
It's baseball.
I mean, how many homers has Babe hit before you struck him out?
Off of Skeens, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would not be the oddest thing in the world for Paul Skeens to strike out Babe Ruth. Listen, it's a sport where if you're good 30% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
It's crazy.
You're right.
It's absolutely crazy. What are you excited about with football this year?
Just to see what happens. It's always, you always think, I know who's going to be in the Super Bowl, who's going to win it.
Right.
And very rarely are you right.
Yeah.
And this year, last year, I actually guessed right, which never really happens.
Look at you.
I can't believe it.
Right.
I said Philly's going to win it this year.
Right.
In the beginning of the year.
Yep.
And they did. The defense showed up and, they did the right thing and ran the ball at the appropriate times.
I want to say this about Philadelphia because I feel like, and I wonder if you agree with me, Jalen Hurts does not get enough credit. If you look at the numbers, just strictly at the numbers, last 3 years, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, he stacks up with him. He really does. And they played each other head-to-head in 2 Super Bowls, and Jalen should have won both of them.
Listen, it's a game.
You're going to punch me, aren't you?
Well, no, not at all. I'm just saying is like every system and every scheme is different.
Okay.
And, what Jalen had was a hell of a running game.
Right.
And he managed the game great, as he should have.
Yep.
And when he had the opportunity to make plays, he did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, Patrick, where Patrick was, you're relying on Patrick to throw the ball 40 times a game.
Right.
It's not that system. It's a different system. So I think he did excellent. I think he managed the game perfectly. Obviously, Saquon Barkley was a lot of the reasons why they got where they got in their defense. But also, Jalen. Jalen was a beast. He played great.
Yep.
Stu has kind of been stuck on this Bengals train where he just keeps saying, watch out for the Bengals, watch out for the Bengals. He kind of just...
I'm telling you, if the season lasted 3 more weeks last year, the Bengals would have won the fucking Super Bowl. I mean.
Listen, the Bengals. The problem with the Bengals
Here he goes.
is the first 8 games of the year. Right. Every year you're looking at the Bengals like this is the year, and every year it's like they're 2-4.
Right.
They're fighting for them. So I don't know what they're doing in the offseason, but they need to start off fast. I don't know what it is, but they need to figure that out. Whatever they're doing, they need to trash everything they've been doing and come up with a new game plan for, preseason, whatever, training camp, whatever it is, so those guys start faster.
As one of the best edge rushers of all time, what do you kind of make of the Trey Hendrickson situation where it seems like both sides can't come to an agreement on a contract?
Well, in the end, the player's going to do what he's going to have to do, and the team's going to have to do what he's going to have to do. Right. And
well, the Bengals always do this, though.
Yes. But the thing is, the Bengals, they're kind of tight, man. They don't really like to spend a lot of money, and that's kind of their tradition as an organization. So that is what it is, and. I mean, if I was a defensive end and I felt like I deserved more and he's not willing to pay, I mean, he has a family, he's his own business, he has to take care of his. Mm-hmm. So if it's, he'll get money somewhere else. It isn't like the Bengals are winning Super Bowls right now, so in the end.
First 8 games,
yeah, exactly. He needs to go somewhere else, he goes somewhere else.
Who's the best in the game right now? Rushing the quarterback.
Man, that's
Is it TJ?
TJ's a beast. Who else is it? I mean, Myles Garrett is a monster.
Is there a guy that reminds you of you? You were so unique, Dwight. Is there a guy?
Not really. I mean, I think, who I like before he hurt his leg?
Who?
Detroit. Defensive end.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, Aiden?
Aiden was balling.
I know.
He was the closest.
You had the biggest smile on your face when you said that. Like, you had the nuts right there.
When I watch football, I kind of just like, oh, okay, great rush, great this, great that. I watched him, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Right.
And that's not easy.
How many times has that happened in your life?
That doesn't happen often.
Like, you got on one hand, right? Yeah.
Yeah, looks like me a little bit. He's kind of, hey, what film he's been watching? But he is playing great. I just hope that he comes back from that leg injury.
If there's a quarterback, do you believe in the notion that certain quarterbacks need to win a Super Bowl title to be one of the all-time greats?
First of all, look. It's the most frustrating thing in the world, and we don't have enough time.
Right.
I hate the conversation of.
But I like getting it out of you.
Listen, it drives me nuts.
Right.
Listen, there is no other sport that matters more about the entire team than the game of football.
Right.
This is not basketball. This is not tennis. This is not boxing. This is not. So understand is that the quarterback position, you're only on the field 1/3 of the time. Okay, so I understand having a great quarterback matters, and you want to be a great quarterback, but it doesn't mean you're less of a quarterback because you didn't win a Super Bowl.
Right.
You might have had a really terrible defense. You may have had a really terrible offensive scheme, and you just made it work based on what you had. You may not have had any personnel. You may not have had the greatest coach in the world in Bill Belichick. It could be many factors to why you didn't win a Super Bowl. The ball didn't bounce your way. So I don't really like the whole, greatest of all time because of Super Bowls.
Right.
Listen, there's a lot of reasons why great players are great players, and Super Bowl is one of them, but that's not the defining thing to make you be the greatest of all time just because you have more Super Bowls.
It's so funny because the notion that Dan Marino isn't one of the greatest of all time.
Nuts. It's nuts. He played in the era where you had you bumped and ran as far as a defensive back all the way down the field, so there were no windows to throw into.
Right.
So all of a sudden, he's banging this guy all the way up the field, the receiver, and then he has to let him go when the ball's in the air. So that window's that small. Mm-hmm. So that's why you didn't see that many 5,000-yard passers back in the day.
Right.
But no one talks about that.
Right. But Peyton's your good friend and teammate, former teammate.
Yeah.
You don't think that Super Bowl didn't validate kind of his career?
I mean, listen, you want to have a Super Bowl, obviously, in any position.
Right.
It isn't just about the quarterback position.
This is where
you want to have a Super Bowl in any position.
Right.
And
how about Dwight Freeney needed one to validate his career, huh?
That's what I'm telling you, is any position you want one. Yes, great. The quarterback needs one. But guess what? That running back needs one, and that defensive end needs one.
Right.
They all need them because they're all great players, and they deserve to have it, but it doesn't happen to everybody.
Did you laugh when Jeff Saturday was made the head coach of the Colts?
I couldn't believe it. Because I just talked to him a week prior, too. He didn't tell me anything.
He's your boy, man.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I love him.
He didn't tell you he was going to be the head coach?
He didn't say anything.
But Freeney, you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, if he could do it, I could do it.
But you know what? He didn't probably know either.
Did you think he was going to be good at it?
Well, yeah.
If given the time, would Saturday be a good coach?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
He's a great leader. And, look, it's an impossible situation he was put into. I mean, you can't go in the middle of the season and all of a sudden just say, win some games. Right. It doesn't happen.
How about Cuse getting the #4 wide receiver in the country, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Syracuse back on the map.
Fran Brown might be turning it around over there.
I think he is. Yes.
Absolutely. I love Fran. He's a great man. You know, I do work now with Syracuse, helping those guys out with some recruiting stuff and some personnel stuff and, you know, player personnel, scheme stuff. Fran is one of a kind. He keeps it real, and players can really relate to him.
Are you okay with college football as it is right now? Just the business portion of it. Transfer portal.
I'm okay. I'm not in love with it. I'm old school.
Right.
Yes, I think that the players should get paid a certain amount of money, but once it gets to a point where they're making more money in college than they would make in the pros, I think that's a problem.
Right.
But I think they should have made money for a long time ago. I think the NCAA screwed that up.
Yep.
And now it's wild, wild west. But I think they should kind of get control over it. And I think the transfer portal should be more like, if you want to transfer, you might have to wait a year. I think I just don't like the whole.
It's too much.
Yeah, I feel like it's the pros already. I don't like that.
I think if there's a coach who is willing to say, I'm going to be the coach that doesn't accept transfers, okay, I think that coach is going to win and win big. Because then you have guys running through a wall for you, Dwight. Hey, I'm coming here and I'm staying here for 4 years and I'm going to get my opportunity.
Yeah, I wish. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
I feel like Dabo's tried to do that a bit.
He did. And that's exactly when the program went the other way. Yeah. Dwight, we appreciate this, man. Enjoy the weekend. You brought your kids. I'm happy that you did. It gets you out of all the events you don't want to go to.
Me too.
Can I have your tickets?
Yeah, you can have it.
If you did karaoke, what song would you sing?
Oh my goodness.
Are you a good singer, Dwight? I feel like you're a good singer.
Absolutely. In the shower, I'm amazing.
Are you?
Jeez, you can't tell me nothing in the shower.
What's your go-to karaoke?
Outside the shower, I can't. Yeah, right. I don't even have a go-to. I don't have a go-to. It's just about how I feel in the moment. Okay. That's just how I am.
You're dealing.
That's how I feel in the moment.
Right.
Singing in the car?
Not much. If I won the golf match, I probably would sing.
Okay. Is there a song that you hear on the radio and you'll sing it out loud every time you hear it?
This radio right now? No. I can't understand half of the things they're saying on the radio.
I love you, man. Good luck and have fun this weekend, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, talk to you.